Welcome to ACF, the online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering. And this is all about me. Friends, let's start today's lecture on renewable energy. Friends, renewable energy is, I think all of you get the little idea of renewable energy, that it is the types of energy which can be renewed or which can be reproduced. In simple language, if you want to understand, मीन्स जो हमारी ख़त्म नहीं होती. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी, tidal energy, wave energy, means these energies are available in unlimited amount. They can't be exhausted. So that's why they are called renewable energy. And friends, let's move to the portion from where the gate questions are asking. Now friends, see the formula for wind power. Wind power is the power generated by our windmill, and this power has there are two different terms. One is the actual power and another one is theoretical power. Means theoretical power is the whatever the power we are going to calculate when the efficiency is 100%. But friends, I think all of you know that no any machine has 100% efficiency. All the machines has some amount of losses. So we will do our calculations based upon the actual power, not based upon the theoretical power. Here you can see that power P is equal to 1 by 2 into rho into A into V cube. Here friends, we have not multiplied with the coefficient of performance or any efficiency term. Means it is a theoretical power. So this is the theoretical power 1 by 2 into rho into A into V cube. But I will show you the actual power formula. Friends, this is the actual power formula, and from GATE point of view, this formula is very useful because most of the times GATE has been asked question regarding this formula. And friends, this topic is also very easy. You can't have to do lot of hard work in this topic. If you easily spend 1 or 2 hours on this topic, then you can easily excel the questions. And from 2000, after 2000 means 2000 सन के बाद इस पोर्शन से so many questions has been asked from this portion. Before 2000 less number of questions, plus after 2000 it is very important. So all of you try to understand it very carefully. You can see here C is the coefficient of performance, A is the frontal area, V is the velocity of wind, and air density is the rho. Friends, this formula is derived from, I think all of you know that formula for energy, kinetic energy, 1 by 2 into mass into velocity, 1 by half mva square. I think all of you know this formula, half mva square. But when you replace the m with what is mass, if you replace the mass with our density, means density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. So if you replace it, the mass with density and volume, then you can get this equation. Means for volume you can replace the volume in terms of area into length, and area into length by time. Means length by time is nothing but it is velocity. So you can do little bit derivation of this formula. I have not derived the formula, I have just theoretically I am telling you. But if you want to derive this formula in your notebook, then you can easily derive. Means half mva square, energy is equal to half mva square, and energy per unit time is nothing but power. So 1 by 2 into half mva square divided by time, and you can replace the mass m with help of density and volume, and further you can replace the volume in terms of area and velocity. Then you can derive this formula very easily. Now friends, you see the next term. Friends, turbine, the windmill, how the windmill is working and what is the main, I will show you the diagrams. You can see here, here you can see that the circular portion is windmill. Means when our air is blowing, then the wind vents starts rotating due to the blowing air, and when our wind vents rotating, then some amount of energy is generated, some amount of power is generated, and then that power is going to our wind turbine. Means some turbine or motor or electrical appliances are present at the bottom. You can see here the bottom portion. At the bottom portion, some electrical appliances are present, and these electrical appliances uses the wind power and apply its at for different purposes. Whatever the power coming from the windmill is used for in hydroelectric power plants or different types of motors, these powers are used. And so friends, when the power is coming from the windmill, then some amount of losses, means windmill doesn't have its 100% efficiency, it has some amount of power losses are there in the windmill. So some losses, suppose 100 kilowatt of power is generated from windmill, then and suppose in transportation to the hydroelectric plant 20 kilowatt of power is lost, means 80 kilowatt of power is going to the hydroelectric power plant. Means windmill का जो power generate होगा is always greater than the power generated at the hydroelectric plant. My motto of telling this is only that only. You can see here in this formula, power P is equal to rho into G into H. I think rho G H all of you have studied into Q. This is the formula for calculating the power in terms of motor or pump. And friends, efficiency of turbine, you can see here that eta is nothing but efficiency of turbine, which is around 90%, 0.9. So that is very important. Whatever the power we have calculated, we have to multiply it with our efficiency. Now friends, you can see the questions, then after only your concepts are going to be clear. Friends, it is very important that whenever you read some concept, you at that same time only you solve some questions on that concept, and that question should have good level questions you solve, means gate level questions, gate previous year questions you try to solve. Whenever you are reading any topic, then you try to solve the gate level questions on that topic, because there are two profits of that. One, you can remember the formulas, because whatever the concepts and formulas you have studied, if you not solve practice questions upon that, then after 3-4 days or 1 week you will forget that formulas or concepts. So again you have to study, means it will be very lengthy. But if you once you solve the questions upon that concept, then the formula will become will be saved in your permanent memory, and it is very helpful to you during the gate preparation. Now friends, you see the question. And second profit, I have not told you the second profit. The second profit is that you can familiar with the gate level questions, means whenever you solve the question at the same time whenever you are reading the theory, then you can easily get the idea of what is the level of questions asking in the gate examination. Means is your preparation sufficient, is your theory sufficient, you are able to understand it. Now you see the question, 5-meter diameter rotor is used for pumping water at a head of 5 meter and average wind speed is 3 meter per second and power coefficient is 0.35 and conversion efficiency is 45% and average output of windmill assuming that the air density is 1.29 kg per meter cube. It is asking average output of windmill, means average output power of windmill, and it has given the pumping water head is given, that is 5, and also the diameters are given and the wind velocity is given. So you simply calculate the power of windmill. Power of windmill is nothing but 1/2 into rho into A into V cube into Cp. Here you can see that friends, the power coefficient is 0.35. Sorry, I have written here 0.5. It is not 0.5. By mistake, it has been misprint here. It is 0.35 into area is nothing but pi/4 into d square. D is nothing but the diameter is 5 meter and the density is 1.29 and the velocity is 3 meter per second. So you can see each and everything here very clearly. Now you can see that friends, one more thing I will like to tell you here, that What is the density? Means density 1.29. Density is the air density, not the water density. You have to understand this difference. When you are calculating the power of windmill, then you have to consider the air density, not the water density, because many times students get confused and they will do some incorrect calculations. Now you have calculated the power of windmill. After that you can see that water power. Water power is nothing but rho g h into q. I think all of you know about this. And hydraulic pump efficiency. Hydraulic power efficiency. I have told you previously only that whatever the power generated at the windmill, after that some losses takes place in the power generated by the windmill, and then after the power is transferred to the pumps और हाइड्रोलिक इम्प्लीमेंट्स. जो हमारा विंड मिल में सपोज 100 यूनिट का पावर 100 किलोवाट पावर जनरेट होता है, then after some time some amount of power is lost, means suppose that 10 or 20 kilowatt of power is lost, and lastly 80 or 90 kilowatt of power is given to the hydroelectric pump or different types of electrical appliances. Means whatever the power is generated by the windmill is the maximum power, and after the power goes to different electrical appliances, then the power is less than the power generated at the windmill. You have to understand it very carefully. Now you can see that power efficiency is equal to water power by wind power. So you can put these values and you can get the Q. Q is the nothing but a discharge. Here you can see that the discharge option 1.1 into 10 to the power minus 3 means option B is the correct answer. Friends, you see the next question. Friends, here it is also very easy question, and I am giving you this question to get you familiar with the gate level. Means you don't have to read so much. आपको ज़्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है और आपको कम भी पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है. आपको उतनी ही पढ़ाई करनी है जितनी गेट की रिक्वायरमेंट है. If you don't have to read so much things. You don't have to study up to PhD level, or you don't have to study up to only just your means first year, second year, means low level. You have to study to the point, and you have to excel. How to excel in the examination in proper way, you have to understand it. Means आपको यही चीज़ समझनी है कि हमें ज़्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं करनी और कम भी पढ़ाई नहीं करनी. हमें उस तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी है जिससे हमारे एग्जाम में हम अच्छे तरीके से परफॉर्म कर पाएँ. ये ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. बिकॉज इफ़ यू आर गोइंग टू टेक नॉलेज, देन देर इज़ नो लिमिट ऑफ नॉलेज. देर आर so many books, thick books, international journals are there, sprinkler journals, means many books, many writers have written many books regarding each. If you are going to read only renewable energy, there is one book of 500 or 600 pages, and how much time you have to read that book? It will take so much time, and only 1 to 2 questions are coming from that portion. So why to waste so much of your time in reading those books? If you have additional time, if you are preparing for GATE from your first year, then you can read those books. But if you have less time, then you definitely follow our video lectures, because these are concise and these are to the points only. Now you can see this question. Here the theoretical power of wind rotor we have to calculate, and it has given the 4-meter diameter, and the wind velocity is 7.2 km per hour, and air density is 1 kg per meter cube. So now friends, we have to calculate the power, theoretical power. So friends, it is very easy. Here nothing is given about the coefficient of performance or coefficient of variance or efficiency, nothing is given. So you don't need to consider anything. If efficiency or coefficient of performance they have given, then you have to consider only those. If nothing is given about that, then you don't have to worry about that. You simply calculate 1 by 2 into rho into A into V cube. Area A is the area, rho it has given 1 kg per meter cube, and you put all these values, you can get your answer 50.26 watt. Now friends, you see the next question. Friends, here also this question is based upon the previous concept only. Here nothing great, same thing, everything is same, only the velocity is given in 14.44 kilometer per hour. You have to convert it into meter per second. So multiply it by 5 by 18. Remaining all things are very easy. You simply put in the formula, you calculate by yourself, you do little bit practice and you can get the answer. That is 810.8